Hi, this is Mike Heuser, VP of Training and on-site trainer for Phone Ninjas. And we're on step 2 in our 7-step process on the inbound call, and this is qualifying. Now, this particular type of qualifying we're going to talk about is a generic call. One of those calls that comes in and the person's not quite sure what they're looking for. I'm looking for a small SUV for my wife. Or I am interested in a Jeep. Or maybe they just mention a model. You know, I'd like to know about the Accord, where it's kind of generic. They haven't really worked it down to a specific car yet. Okay, so how do we handle those phone calls? Well, a lot of times what we do at this point, okay, we had our greeting, we said hello, okay, and then they're going to respond and tell them why they're calling. I'm looking for a small SUV, or I'm looking for a truck. All right, great. So what we want to do there is we want to basically have a nice little softening statement to get into some qualifying. We know that salespeople out there really now, it's less than 25% of the time they'll actually ask any qualifying questions to an inbound caller. So we want to set ourselves on a different level. So we want to ask 3 to 5 qualifying questions and actually funnel in our customers. They're starting out wide. They're not quite sure what they're looking for, and we want to funnel them in, bring them into the dealership. When they call us, we're going to qualify and understand your needs before moving forward. So that's what we're looking for. So I better understand your needs. Were you looking for a new or pre-owned truck? Well, I was looking for a new one. See, what we're starting to do is, you notice when I ask that question, we're going to ask a question in an either or closed-ended format. How many questions are we going to ask? We're not going to ask 25 questions. What we'll do is ask 3, no more than 5 qualifying questions in the situation. We're not trying to sell a vehicle. We're trying to sell an appointment. We want to bring them in, so that's what we're looking for. Okay? So let's try that. So, are you looking for a new or pre-owned truck? Oh, I'll be looking for a new one. All right. Crew cab or double cab? Oh, I definitely want to get the the double cab. I need to get the extra space. Oh, that's great. Well, in the interior, do you like leather or cloth interior? I'd really like to have the leather. So when you're getting this information from your customers, okay, going back and forth, when you get the information, what are you doing with the information? Writing it down, right? Write down the information. Make sure you're taking the notes, taking the information as you're getting the phone calls. Write this information down. And when you're qualifying a vehicle, let's qualify from the mechanics of the vehicle, outward kind of thing. Start with where are you looking for a, 6-cylinder, 8-cylinder? Okay, the size of the truck, whatever the situation, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. There's all these different type of qualifying questions you can ask. But one of the things we like to tie it up with is maybe the exterior. And we like the word shades. Do you prefer a lighter or darker shade on the exterior? We like the word shades versus the word color because color really sets expectation, And it's amazing. You may have so many trucks on the lot, but which one are they going to pick? Maybe that color you don't have, right? I think we've all been there. I know I have. You have 40 or 50 vehicles out there and they want that particular cranberry color, whatever you don't have. So do you prefer a lighter or darker shade? And just tie it up that way. Okay? So then you're going to start to go into the next step. So try for that first, okay? So I better understand your needs. Were you looking for this or that? Would you prefer this or that? Or would you rather drive this or that? Give those either or statements when you're going through your qualifying. And so that's qualifying a generic call. I'm Mike Heuser, and we look forward to the next step.